Hey, fabulous people. It's Elise Tager, Facebook ad strategist, and this is my second try. I just was kicked off because I'm having internet problems today, of course. So if this happens again, I'll try to hop on again and we will just persevere. So hopefully you'll be patient and stay with me. Um, Thank you for joining me today. I'm delighted. It's Friday, and what not to do but Friday, but a Facebook Live. Um, in case you don't know me, and many of you don't, I am Elise Tager. I'm a Facebook ad strategist. I love helping entrepreneurs grow. I've been an entrepreneur myself for the past 3 years or so. Hey, Petra, thanks for jumping on. Um, I had a media buying agency for the 11 years and have been in lead generation and social media strategy forever. So I'm well versed in this medium, and lead generation for entrepreneurs is what I do best. I've been a speaker, a trainer, an educator, all on online marketing. Um, so I'm here to help you. If you have questions, pop them in the comments area. If I can't get a chance, I'm having a hard time also seeing comments here, but if pop in a question and I will do my best to answer. And if I can't answer it live, then I'll answer it on the post afterwards. But let's just do the best we can. That's my mantra this week. Do the best you can. So somewhere along the line of having that media buying agency and working with entrepreneurs and doing all that training and educating, I just fell madly in love with Facebook as a promotional and advertising medium. Certainly I'd been using it as a user, as we all have, but it has become a very, very powerful and sophisticated tool for online marketing. I want to tell you a little bit more about that. So, but today what I really wanted to focus on was I want to tell you the difference between a true Facebook ad strategy and just trying out a few ads and throwing a few ads up there, throwing them against the wall, spending a couple $100 and seeing what works or doesn't work. Typically those ads don't do very much, and let me tell you why. But here's what I hear from a lot of my clients when they schedule their first call with me to explore whether or not we can work together. So here's what I hear them say. They say, Facebook just didn't work for me, or it doesn't work for me. I've tried it and it just doesn't work. Or it's too mind-boggling. You know, this is just too much stuff. It's too complicated. I just don't want to get involved. Or it takes too much time. It's just too much time. I don't have time to focus on this and do everything else in my business. So in my mind, that equals dabbling. You're not taking it seriously. You're not, I mean, if your intention is good, I'm sure your intention is good, you're not focusing on it as a marketing technique that has to be mastered and done well. And that's dabbling. So what does trying it out look like? And tell me if this sounds familiar to you. You're spending a few $100s, or you're spending that infamous $5 a day, or you're using one ad, when those clients come to me, or those potential clients come to me and say, my ad didn't work, my first thought is, your ad? You should have 3 or 4 out there that you're testing. Or they sent one ad out to a few ad sets and it's not performing. So again, that tells me that they aren't allowing Facebook to do the fabulousness that it can do for your business. In dabbling, you're not giving it a chance to really perform for you. So I've got some notes here so I don't ramble. So if that's you, and if you've been doing that, you aren't going to learn enough from that dabbling to able to grow and make your business work using Facebook. So let me tell you what a truly strategic approach is to making Facebook ads work and what that would look like. So the whole concept of using Facebook ads strategically is a testing and iteration process. It takes time, it takes tenacity, it takes consistency. So again, if you've just thrown out a couple of ads and tried to see if they worked, clearly, usually they don't, because you haven't had enough information about those ads to make improvements. So here's what, as I said, it's a testing and iteration process. Here's what a testing campaign might look like. So typically, you're going to take 4 to 7 days to give this a shot. You're going to test 10, maybe 20 ad sets in the beginning. You're going to test long copy versus short copy. you're going to test several ads. So that might be a photo ad versus a video ad. It might be that same photographic that you change the headlines on, 2 or 3 variations. It might be that you are testing multiple video ads. But again, you want to make sure that you're learning from everything that you're doing during this test phase. You also want to be split testing your landing page because, again, Facebook ads are driving traffic, but they're driving traffic true to something, a landing page where someone is going to opt in for your offer. If that landing page doesn't convert, you've just thrown all that Facebook ad spend away. So all the pieces of the puzzle have to be in place and really humming for this whole process to work. But the testing phase, the purpose of the testing phase is for you to try as many variables as you can, as you can afford to, and then learn from it so that you can, when you go out again with your next campaign, you're more targeted, you understand, you're going to be more successful because you've learned from your past mistakes and your past successes. So out of those 3 ads, maybe one was stellar, maybe one was a complete bomb, and the other was on the fence. So the next time you go out with your next campaign, you lead with your stellar ad, and you test another one to see if you can't even improve that. So it's a testing and iteration process. It takes a week to do this because the Facebook ad algorithm takes some time to be able to perform to meet your objectives. So if you ever set up a Facebook campaign, if you've done this in the past, you'll know that the first 2 hours that you're up, it looks awful. The first day, it looks horrible. The second day, it's starting to look like your conversions are starting to pay out. And by the 3rd, 4th, and 5th day, that algorithm has fine-tuned itself such that it's really going to show you what it can do for you. So you want to give this whole concept some time. As I said, that's why I say 4 to 7 days to really make a test campaign, this testing process work. So what you're trying to do with this testing process, again, is test every variable that you can, but you also are trying to come up with some baseline metrics for your business in case you already didn't know them. So things like, overall, what's your click-through rate? Can you improve that next time out? Overall, what's your cost for each click? What's your cost for each conversion? And then backing up, how many leads do you need to get in your business to actually convert someone to becoming a buyer? And that's going to tell you overall how much you can afford to spend in paid advertising to get a new customer. And that's the name of the game. It's really understanding your metrics and how much you can afford to spend to really grow your business as opposed to just dabbling. So a good strategy, what a good strategy should be doing for you is it should be building your email list on an ongoing basis with qualified prospects at a minimal cost per lead that you can afford. You'll know if you do this testing process what you can afford to pay. And a good strategy is going to allow you to build that list on a daily basis at an acceptable cost per lead. That's one thing a good strategy should be doing. Another is that you want to know that your Facebook ad campaigns are going to get you 3 times or 4 times or 5 times in revenue to the amount of budget that you spent. So as an example, if you spent $100 on your last Facebook ads campaign and you got $500 worth of new revenue, that tells you that the spend of $100 is giving you 5 times back in revenue. It could be that you're going to 6 times your spend or 10 times your spend. That's what you're trying to get to with all of the testing that you're going to be doing. So if that's the case, where you can actually spend $100 and get $600 back in new business, wouldn't you do that all day long? I mean, that's really where you start to see growth. Because once you have fine-tuned that ad strategy such that you know you're going to 6 times your spend, it's just a matter of turning it up. So next time you're not spending $100, you're spending $500 or $1,000, and you can predict then what your ongoing revenue is going to be. That's where you want to get. That's what a strategic approach to Facebook advertising can do for your business. If you just dabble at that $5 a day or $10 a day level, You're not going to find that stuff out. You're going to grow too quickly. You might be building your email list, but you're not going to grow. You're not going to be testing enough variables. You're really not going to understand how to grow your business. So people are joining on. Thank you, Donna. Thanks for joining. Sharon, good to see you. Thank you. I got so caught up in what I'm saying that I didn't acknowledge everyone who was here. So thanks for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. Happy Friday. We're just talking about the difference between a true Facebook ad strategy and what dabbling is, and how dabbling is a good way to rip up $100 bills, but not really get you very forward in your business. So another point I want to make, which again you might not hear from a lot of people, Facebook advertising is not for everybody. I know it's hot. I know everyone talks about it, and I know that everybody and his dog is probably out there dabbling. But it's not for everybody, really. And before you consider it a true strategic approach to Facebook, you want to make sure that you have a going business concern. You want to make sure that Petra says dabbling is defeat. I agree with that, Petra. That's great. But before you jump in, make sure that you have your base business in place. Make sure that you have an offer that people are already buying. Make sure that an offer or a course or a program or whatever it is, make sure that you've already proven to yourself that it's saleable. Make sure that you have a living income already under your belt so that you know that the mortgage is going to get paid, the kids are going to get fed, the car payment's going to get made. Don't be so hysterical about money that you are not willing to do the kind of testing that a Facebook ad strategy requires. So get comfortable in your business first. So that's why I say it's not for newbies. It's not for people who are just starting out. Bless your heart for where you are. You're at the right place in your business at the right time. Hold off on Facebook advertising until you've got a little more business under your belt and you're comfortable that you can afford the testing spend and to spend in general about Facebook. So it's not for everybody. And just know that Facebook ads will cost you money. I mean, you get to decide how much, but I can tell you that testing strategy I just laid out for you with most of my clients, we started about $400 or $500 for that initial test campaign to learn as much as we can learn. So, and then we roll out from there. We spend another $500 or $1,000 or whatever is going to improve their return and also get them more growth. So it's an expensive proposition, and don't jump in until you're ready to do that. So you see the full potential of what Facebook can do. So if you are at that stage of your business and are looking for exponential growth, as I say, that 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 10 times your revenue spend, I would love to help you. I'd love to help you get on with the business of being your best so that I can do what I can do for you. So you probably didn't start your business to be a marketing expert, right? Petra, you started because you wanted to be a coach. Other people have started because they have a course they want to sell. Your basic area of genius, zone of genius, is not probably your back-end marketing stuff. That's my own zone of genius, and that's what I have to bring to the table for you. I'd like to help you get on with growing your business so that you really can grow, and then I can help you get there. So if that's the case, I want to invite you to call me for a discovery call to see how I can help you. I promise you this is not a sales pitch. It's a discovery session. We're just going to chat, and I want to learn more about your business and see if we are a good fit. If you are at the point in your business where you can afford to jump into Facebook, and I can help you do it very strategically so that you get the most bang for your buck and you haven't wasted money by doing that dabbling. So in the notes, the post notes for this Facebook Live, I put the link that you can click on to get to my online calendar to schedule a call with me. What'll happen is when you set up a call, you'll receive a thank you page that gives you a link to a questionnaire I'd like you to find out, so I can find out more about your business, and we can spend that 45 minutes together as productively as we can. So again, if you are ready to jump into Facebook in a strategic way, so you're not continuing to dabble, and when I say dabble, again, I mean ripping up $100 bills, and I just want to save you that pain. So give me a shout. I would love to talk to you. So click that link, and would love to see you on a call sometime soon. So any questions? Sixia, how nice to see you. I hear you say love it. Aren't you a dear? Petra, good to see you again. So nice to have you guys here. Thank you so much for joining me. So just just so you know, I'm doing Facebook Live every Friday at 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'll always be coming on with more tips and ideas for how to really be strategic about Facebook campaigns in your business to really help you grow. Somewhere around here, there's a subscription link that you can click on to make sure that you're always getting notified about when I'm online. So I'll be online to do a live every Friday at 11, but I also hop on every now and then to do something in addition to that, because I just like doing these. I think there's fun to interact with you all out there. So again, thank you so much for coming today. I really appreciate it. I don't see any questions unless I'm missing them. I don't see any questions. If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask me on my page. So thank you so much for going. Have a great weekend, everybody, and happy Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.